What is that?
What, a raspberry?
No, what is the plant?
It's a raspberry bush that produces raspberries when the blooms get through.
It's wild.
See the blooms?
Yeah.
Wild.
Arte. You want to get over by the water?
Yeah.
Okay. Assessing CFK mind control.
no, con un gran tanque. El último acá fue con Miriam. Se maneja re bien, ¿no? En comparación del año pasado, la verdad que tiene mucho manejo de grupo, la verdad.
Sí, la partida de comida es...
Claro, se le nota eso. Claro. Sí. Cuando yo la tuve, el segundo grupo que tuvo, el primero lo agarró Fernando acá. Viste que Fernando tiene su personalidad que seco, ¿viste? Después la agarré yo, también, yo soy un relajado en comparación de Fernando. Entonces, viste, como que buena onda. Y ahora este primer viaje le tocó de nuevo conmigo y ya, te digo, entre el primer viaje que la vi y este, otro estilo, otra personalidad, mucho más calmada. Ya como mucha más presencia, se le notaba, ¿viste? Mucho más parecido al rol que toman un poco más todos ustedes, ¿viste? El primer viaje como que se dejaba llevar bastante más. Sí, no, pero siempre re bien, la verdad. Nos morimos de reír. Sí. Lo dijeron. Yo les dije que no, les agradecí, pero de momento no. No porque, no sé, no sé si me calza mucho la forma como les toca a ustedes. Les toca a ustedes como team líderes, no sé. Tampoco de Rodrigo.
En el sentido para que conozcan la globalidad de la ruta. Conocer la globalidad de la ruta, local, ya sabes lo que van a ver. Los detalles, Marco, porque tú verás cómo es el con los detalles. Y te ayuda a la zona local después.
Sí.
Pensar con lo que toca acá y entonces. Y aparte aquí,
You like it mate, right?
Yeah, I'll try
You
it.
wanna try?
Please.
I saw you drinking mate the other day. Viste, ayer de golpe preparamos el mate y pusimos a armar a todos para la cabalgata. Y se me puede servir. Sí, ya cortamos un poco, así que normalmente te tendría que servir yo, pero libertad le doy. Así que va a ser mate, sí, son como 3 más atrás de lo que le hice.
I'm gonna start getting that.
Will be the little fancy sister of Bariloche about cities. Yes, when the town of Bariloche was created, was a very exclusive town. But in the decade of the 40s, Juan Domingo Perón opened Bariloche with the union worker hotels and campings to the lower classes. So many of these very wealthy people moved to this town, and now this place will be your Aspen. Yes. It's very related with Bariloche because the airport it's in Bariloche, but our local famous people comes to have their holidays, their winter holidays over here, yeah, basically. We have a lot of famous people here in the area. I don't know if you have heard that the Queen of Holland, she's an Argentinian that married the Prince of Holland, and now, well, he's the king. They have a home here. They have a house, property over here, governors, presidents. We have a lot of history about local famous people from the television. They all have their home here. So this area, it's like Bariloche. It's going to be a small alpine style town. But the story of this town, it's a little bit different than the one of Bariloche. In the year 2011, remember I told you about the volcanic eruption we have, yes? Well, the volcanoes over here are like Mountain St. Helena that is going to be exploding. Yeah, we spoke a little bit about that the other day. And the winds in Patagonia, 95% of the days, basically will blow from Chile to Argentina. The volcano is located in Chile, close by the border. So all the ash and the sediment that we were talking about, the most of the ash was received by this town. They are only 40 miles away from this volcano, yeah? And there is a very particular issue about the way it happened, the eruption. In Chile, as they are much more in an area that it's common to have volcanoes, earthquakes, they have a very good system about geological activities. Argentina, we don't suffer much earthquakes. A few cities over the Andes will suffer them, but then we are on a softer ground that absorbs the wave of the earthquakes. The thing is that we have a very smart people leading in our country, smart enough to think that we were not needing to have information that the volcano was about to erupt, because we were about to create kind of maybe a false alert to the tourists if they were about to come. Nobody knew anything. Usually the storms come from the Andes. So on that day, on the day of the eruption, we saw a very big and dark cloud coming like any other day. Suddenly something started to fall. It was not rain. And we did like the Brazilians, licking, touching to see if it was snow. And eventually, the news started to show up. Imagine the alert of everybody running to the supermarkets, going for getting the water. Nobody knew anything. The roads were shut down for a few days. The town was kind of isolated for a few days. Both towns, this town and Bariloche. This eruption happened just 1 month before the beginning of the touristic activity for us, the 4th of June. And we start on July, the winter season. And then, since the winter season, we have all running till March, April. That it's when the autumn arrives and the weather is not so good. So we have a fairly 9-10 months of good activity, and 7 of those months were shut down because of the activity of this volcano. If you pay attention now on the side of the road, little by little, as while we do the crossing, because I'm not going to be too insistent on this, you will see ash, and more and more and more, because the road is going to drive us maybe 10 or 15 miles away from this volcano. So little by little we will turn from this green landscape to kind of a moon landscape with kind of dunes and something quite particular that you will start to discover. We were talking a little bit with some of you the other day on the hike about what happened to us on those days. Well, basically nobody worked much. Some of the people that ended working in tourism was making a huge effort to go to satellite cities to pick up the tourists that were insisting on coming. You know, I remember that the OAT groups were traveling 21 hours on a bus. Remember the good infrastructure of buses we have? They use it. From Buenos Aires to Bariloche, 21 hours, maybe if the wind was blowing too hard, it was like London, foggy, like a sandstorm that you have, or a dust storm, yeah? So many of the roads were shut down. And it was calculated that this town was going to need something like 1 million trucks to be on the same way than before the eruption. Now, we're arriving to the downtown. This is a smaller town. Yeah, it's 30,000 people only, similar to Puerto Varas, the town that you will visit and you will spend the night today. You will see, now we're going to drive on the main road. This main road is smaller than Bariloche. You will see that it's just like Bariloche, small houses, alpine style, beautiful gardens, and not by chance the beautiful gardens, because this is kind of our local Aspen, right? So taxes over here are very expensive. Now, the town got an idea to preserve the beauty on the gardens. And they have the national celebration or contest of gardens on the first days of February, when the roses and many local plants are blooming. And on this competition you have different categories: private home, restaurant, hotel, all different categories. The winners, the first, second, and a third ward of each one of the categories will not pay local taxes for a year. So in the end, that's why everybody is quite interested on getting their beautiful gardens, you know. But in the end, I always like to say that as they took care better of the growing population, they have a kind of a nicer environment. You don't have a big building next to the downtown. The only thing that they have to deal with, which is a very big controversial topic for some people of the area, it's the trucks. On the day of the eruption, imagine that all this area was covered with sand, yeah? And there were trucks. You're gonna pay attention to the, on the road that we're gonna be doing, that there are gonna be a lot of trucks from Chile, from Brazil, from Argentina. Why? Because this is a connection, one of the most important connections we have in the area for the two oceans. On the year of the eruption, obviously, this passage was shut down because it was kind of, imagine a huge snowstorm that you need a truck to clean the roads, it takes time, blah, blah. Well, that happened, and for about a month or two, the trucks that were driving here needed to do a detour of 600 miles to find the next passage. Yes, north. So when they reopened this passage for the trucks, the controversy with this town was that everything was dusty and sandy, and the truck drivers drive fast. They wanted to drive fast to deliver the cargo, and it was blowing everything away. On those days, obviously people speculate about the cost of things. You know that the ash on the atmosphere, it's not healthy for your lungs, for breathing problems. Nobody died on the eruption, but people that had allergies, asthma, and other things, they suffered. Unfortunately, the masks raised their prices from 5 pesos to 50, and they are good only for 8 hours of use, so you need to renew it all the time. So in the end, nobody do anything. According to the doctors, we were not going to be exposed to this sediment for a long time to get the miner's disease. But it's true, we have been breathing sediment for about a year. And even today, if you have a windy day, you will see the ash blowing up. So there's nothing to do, honestly. We're trying to pass one of the buses. This is some that our bus drivers are trying to do. We know them. They are Chilean buses. This is kind of, think about a race. Yeah, think about a race. This is an adventure, like Alex says, and it's going to be an adventurous day. And you will see our drivers doing the effort to get to deliver fast their cargo, you know. Well, the town of Villa Langostura, this town, it's now recovered. It took a few years to recover economically. Ecologically speaking, we were watching that the native plants were adapting better. Patagonia, it's very volcanic in the whole area. That's why I told you that we might get to see some volcanoes with this beautiful day. In the whole area, there are like 15, 16 volcanoes. Some of them active, some of them dormant. But in the end, Patagonia, it's a very volcanic region. The native plants were adapted. The not native plants were being killed. But we will see an area that was affected by the volcanic eruption. Villa Langostura, it's also inside of the national park. So there are a lot of restrictions about how big they can make their town, yes? Now today, the national park learned, and the towns learn that you cannot let grow that easily a city like Bariloche because of the pollution, especially, yeah? Bariloche grew in a way, duplicated the population in 20, 30 years, and obviously the garbage is a problem. There is not much recycling in Bariloche, sewers, and things like that, that I'm watching in the other towns inside of the national park, that they are taking better care of the nature. So that's what I like about Villa Langostura, even when honestly sometimes it's too fancy for my like. It's a little bit snob where sometimes when you go over there. Have you noticed how much did the weather change? The weather, no, the landscape, sorry. Yes? I mean, we were just driving for 30 minutes, no more than that, I can tell you. We do this several times a week, and it's only 30 minutes. And remember the environment, how flat it was before. We are getting into the Andes. Yes?
See the volcano yet?
No, I'm going to show you the volcano. Don't worry about the volcanoes. Every time we get the chance to see a volcano, if we get to, I will do it. Yes. If we get to, I'm saying because from now on, there is the possibility, there is a chance to start to see some clouds. Remember, this is a rainforest. Yeah. So it's maybe from the moment we reach the highest point, we will start to see some clouds in Chile. Let's see what happens. Sometimes it's as clear as here in Argentina. Now, take a look over this area where the ash was accumulating a lot. And you will see, especially on the right side of the bus, that many trees are going to be dead. Now, we're in this no man's land, my friends, that so far it's owned by Argentina. We are about to reach the highest point of the passage. This highest point have about 4,000 feet over the sea level, 1,400 meters. Yeah, so it's not the highest part of the Andes. Yeah, we're gonna make a stop over there where it's the official border. Yeah, so you can have the experience of being in the border, right? And after that, we're gonna get to see the volcano that made the eruption. But we're gonna make that stop. We will give you some time over there, and once we get out of the bus again, we will continue, and along the trip, we will try to show you different other volcanoes in different stages. So that's kind of the interesting thing. I know that you probably saw volcanoes in there, but the interesting thing is that just making this trip, you see different stages. Active volcanoes, dormant, glaciers on the top, just the core like here, and different other things. So,
Look at that one.
yeah, in 5 more minutes we're going to be getting there. Just to come, yes.
That's the core of an extinct volcano. There are probably 15 volcanoes around this area, the border between Chile and Argentina. I think we are at the continental divide of the Andes in South America.
The ash was arriving to Puerto Mont for the first time. We were already having the ash for a month. There was one day that the wind changed the direction, and the airport was shut down, and everything that we had over there for 7 months for 1 day or 2. Yeah, it's that constant, the effect. The winds around this area, in these latitudes, they are so strong and the same direction that these ash arrive even to New Zealand and Australia. They have to shut the air traffic for protocol, again, we're gonna have to follow the orders of the officers through our drivers. So they're gonna do some paperwork first. They will tell us if toilet, not toilet, get off, not get off, wait, and what to do. Yes. Basically, the idea is that we are gonna have to take our carry-ons with us. We will go to a room, put all the carry-ons and hand luggage on a line. There's gonna be a dog sniffing the luggage. If he points some of the luggage, you are gonna be the ones that open in front of the officers. So you don't have to be worrying about anything. And the luggage on the truck is taken care by our drivers and some people of here. So if the dog marks something, it's that we are gonna be caught. Otherwise, no problem. Yeah. And in this area, we have to be, like Alice was explaining, you cannot ask much flexibility in Chile. Yes. Let me give you an idea. Usually in Chile, we know in Argentina that you have to follow, for once in your life, you have to follow the protocols.
So tomorrow, light clothing, which means white. The gliders that you have, they love black. Those bags. If you're dressed in black, they will be all over you. Now, if you have off, sometimes works, not always, but you can put some repellent to you. Tomorrow, pastors is simply beautiful.
You know, we call those things toilet paper. Jolly green.
If you get to be lucky enough to arrive in Puerto Mont and see the landscape like this without so many clouds, you're gonna see many other volcanoes. These two probably are gonna be present on your trip, but don't miss a chance. You don't always get to see them.
Because it'll be rainy and full of fog and clouds. So Tommy, it was like Denali, that's what we saw it.
Yeah, you take it when you can.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa!
Boy, that is strong.
Was that your box?
Yeah.
I know, I'm trying to, yeah, I know. But I'm trying to.
American highway in southern, middle southern Chile.
circular lake at Puerto Varas is located in the morning. I mean, not today, tomorrow. But probably I could forget, but now that you see it, I need to tell you that it's January, definitely tomorrow morning at the park we're going to have it. In the town, no. In the island of Chiloé, not really. Not really, not much. Maybe one or two, not many, as many as tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning is a nightmare.
once in a while, there's one piece of a reddish.
It's breaking.
Yeah. I'd have to take a picture of the sign.
Is that a frisbee over there?
You know, I have a thing that says stitch. Gonna see if I can actually do it. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if when I get home I can stitch them together on my computer. Like it says I can in the book.
You know, I'm taking this on night landscape setting, and it works much better because everything is so dark.
Another 2-3 minutes here, one there. Another one over here. Where the antennas are, can you see it?
Yeah.
There is another one, and that hump over there is another one. So it's a lot of breathing holes of the volcano. This is the valley I was explaining to you. This is the natural path that the snow when they melt. Now we are in summer, so we don't have snow. Whatever white thing you see is permanent glacier. And all the water during spring, which is September, October, they will melt and they recreate a very nice river that will finish in the other river. The river Petrohue is where the rapids are, okay? And on the other side is where the lake Todo los Santos, because it was discovered by the Jesuits on the November the 1st, All Saints Lake. We're going to have our lunch in our family place. The idea now, I was saying, you. This is the most difficult part, basically. We have another one that it takes some steps. Here is a more or less flat area. approaching, the Christmas canopy, lots of trees that cross the Andes to this area, to the area of Bariloche. Now they do that through them, and we call it exactly like that, the Jesuit path. You can hike for 4 days and you arrive to Bariloche. Now, there is another way to do it through the lakes, that we call it the lake crossing, which we take across, then we take the catamaran, then a bus, then a catamaran. Covering the dishes that I need you taste it.
Una cámara, ¿viste? Sí. Gracias.
That he didn't know.
And this is so lush underneath. So inviting.
I guess the cows aren't allowed under there.
Cámbiate ya. Ya. Corte uno porque veamos quién le toca con quién. ¿Qué? Javier, poneme atención. Corta para que alguien.
So they have to cut.
¿A quién le toca con quién?
It's already shuffled.
Ahí tú vas esperando que ahora buscar quién con quién.
¿Quién? Okay. Compañeros, estamos buscando compañeros.
We are looking for a mate. Who is going to play with who?
Los reyes.
The kings. We are looking for the kings.
¿Ese?
Okay, he.
¿Juega con?
That will be a team because they have the two kings.
got 2 kings. Okay.
Okay. So then the two left.
Tú sales dando.
So he will start distributing.
Cámbiate acá. Javier. Ahí. Ahí. Sí, no sé. El que pierde va. El que pierde queda mirando. Sí.
¿Tú sabes igual, no? ¿Igual que está de Juan?
¿Están pegadas las cartas?
So now we distribute. ¿Cuántas cartas por persona?
5. 10 en total.
5.
Después 5 y 5.
And then 5 again. So totally we will have 10 cards per plate.
You said per player, you mean?
Per plate.
Okay.
So the deck has 40 cards.
This says 50.
Okay. You're right. Minus.
So everybody gets 5 and then everybody gets 5 again.
Exactly.
Okay.
Mira, ese es el triunfo. Ese es el triunfo.
El triunfo quiere decir
Ese mata cuando no hay de la misma pinta, con ese se mata.
con ese se mata. So, if you don't have the same how to say emblem or whatever
Suit.
suit, that will be your like Joker. You can kill the other card with that. Which means, ahora que estamos buscando,
No, esta es una brisa que está jugando. Entonces,
Ahora empieza el juego.
es el juego.
Explica tú, explica.
And this was the first one down.
Ese manda más, el as. De esa
okay,
pinta.
the one from this spade, this is a spade, will be the biggest card.
¿Vale? Explica. Este es un 20,
Because it's
porque él tiene el rey.
So that the horse means counts for 20. So he gets all the cards because he gets the biggest card. Now the king, la sota as we call it, and 3 of spades,
Ahí manda el
2.
2.
¿Cómo lo mandáis?
Now
Arrollen ustedes.
this now is superior, believe it or not, than all this one.
Because it's a pair.
Because ¿por qué este como que manda ahora? ¿Por qué el
Porque es el siguiente del 1.
Porque el 1 vale 11, este vale 10, este vale 4, el caballo vale 3, este vale 2.
¿Y por qué si él tiró el as, tú recogiste el caballo?
Porque tenía el as.
Ah, usted tiró el as.
El jugo era.
Porque son un compañero. Ah, ya. Okay, remember that the ace, the number one is the most, the biggest number. Okay, so number 2 is closest to number 1, so that's why.
so you want the least number.
Exactly. So he takes
that.
1 gold. He has the. So now they win. So that is their team. Remember, they are playing
Yeah.
together, and they are playing together.
El primero de ellos. Vamos.
So that's
why?
because he
Because-
doesn't have any.
Exactly, but the cup was the joker, we can say.
Oh, okay.
Él mató y él mató.
he kills everybody.
Aquí mato yo, porque no tengo.
So he's
Tengo
getting
esta
rid of that. You don't want the 11.
So, ahí ganó él.
Sí, yo, porque yo maté.
Y este juego,
Hacemos en conjunto, cualquiera.
este juego se completa a los 4 juegos. A los 4 tenemos que ganar 4 veces para que se...
Yeah, if you win 4 times in a row, the game is over practically. So, now
Ahí manda él. Ese no lo supera nadie.
this is practically unbeatable because one of cup,
Ese es el.
which was el triunfo.
Como el triunfo, claro.
Pero, ¿y por qué lo recogiste tú?
Porque somos compañeros, ¿no?
Ah, y él tiró la copa.
Igual que acá, porque nosotros ganamos, pero uno de los dos recoge.
No pasa. No mata. No pasa.
Mira, ahora lo mato yo.
Sí, porque otro más chico tenía
Porque tú tienes triunfo y estás cerca del 1. So now he wins because the cup was like the triunfo, the biggest card.
Arroyo.
So,
Es
2
todo de ellos.
closest to the 1 of the Joker card, he wins. ¿Ese vale cuánto?
2 pro.
El triunfo. Ah, ok.
Es todo de ellos.
Oh. So, cup.
Yeah.
Ya,
So,
ganamos.
who gave the first? He threw
Ni siquiera
the cup first.
Ni siquiera necesitamos contar, porque ganamos.
Yeah, they don't need to count because they have
Pues contemos porque...
one.
Cuenta. No, pero si se trata
We
de.
call it one triumph,
Que le da vergüenza.
and you have more.
Igual tenemos un 20 nosotros.
Yeah, and you have the count.
No se nos
Cuenten.
gana. 1. Llevan 1.
Yeah, I would find a great.
Ah, y ahí que hay que contar las pistas.
Estos son los 40.
Ah, ya.
33.
Los 20, cuando es triunfo, es 40.
Ah, ya.
Ellos tenían un 20, nosotros teníamos un 20, pero como era triunfo, vale doble. 40. 40. Más las 10, que es la última.
This worth 20, but it's a cup, so worth the double. Because the cup was the triunfo.
Was the trump.
111 tenemos.
They have 111 points, so definitely are the winners.
Okay.
Ahí no.
O sea, los 4.
Thank you. Gracias, señor.
Ganan 4.
I like it.